希望大家对 Dr. Vincent Kwan 的解释很满意。现在我们有中国有名的张老头来跟大家解释 Wedding Banquet。
Hi, I'm Juan Pablo Chen. You might remember me from such films as That's What She Said, I'm Just Saying, and Sorry for Partying. Today, we're going to journey into a famous director Ang Lee's film, The Wedding Banquet, a story about a homosexual Taiwanese immigrant man who marries a Chinese woman to please his parents and to get her green card. The plan that is developed by his boyfriend ends up backfiring when his parents arrive in the United States to plan the wedding banquet. The Wedding Banquet starts off as a slight, stylish comedy that gradually darkens as it goes. What begins as a scam becomes an intense situation once the general runs into an old army subordinate. The ex-army buddy then decides to throw an elaborate wedding banquet for the couple. This, in turn, starts to wear down on all the relationships between the characters. I'm supposed to keep talking? The sham eventually extends to each individual's everyday lives, including meals. Night after night, Wei Wei, the supposed bride-to-be, who is an extremely poor cook, serves her future in-laws homemade dinners that are actually prepared by Simon, Wei Tong, the main character's boyfriend. Adding to the complexity of the situation is an apparent language barrier. Since the Gao speak only rudimentary English, Wei Tong, Simon, and Wei Wei feel free to squabble in front of them in English. These scenes make for the best comic moments of the film. The humor lies much in each individual as there is in each situation of the movie. Wei Tong is actually a culturally divided soul. His American half is a workaholic yuppie who spends most of his free time working out of the gym, reading Fortune magazines. Also, Wei Tong's bride-to-be, Wei Wei, is equally intriguing. She embodies a different variation of the same conflict. The American side of her is a free-willing bohemian with a tough urban shell. But once she is caught up in the elaborate wedding preparations, she seems at once crushed and strangely fulfilled. The other half is an Asian traditionalist with a strong sense of family loyalty. When these two selves coincide, Wei Tong is nearly torn apart by their conflicting demands. I would like to talk about how the movie was made. Now, it's a classic linear movie with a beginning, a climax, and an end. Now, what I really want to talk about is theme, but I'm going to take you towards the music first. The music is important. It definitely makes most of the scene. Although it does accentuate and add color to the movie, it is not the meat of the sandwich. Now, the theme is really what I want to talk about. Two underlying themes that I personally enjoyed throughout the movie were the struggle between wanting new era and keeping your tradition. Wei Tong, the main character of the movie, ends up having to go through this struggle between tradition and new era. He lives in America away from his family and has accepted American and Western culture and enjoys it. But once his family starts to bear down on him because his father starts to get sick and wants an heir, Wei Tong is forced to deal with his past and his heritage and his tradition, and this friction between the two accounts for much of the comedy of the movie. Now, another part of the movie that I really enjoyed was the fact that mostly Chinese people in general are portrayed as stiff and studious and just generally like soldiers, pretty much. The part that I really love is at the wedding banquet when you see everybody go crazy. You see one of the Americans sitting at a table looking around in amazement as he comments to his wife or girlfriend saying, "Wow, I never thought the Chinese could party like this." A Chinaman turns around, looks at him, and says, this is what you get after thousands of years of sexual repression." I love that about this movie, and that's what it's really all about. You get to see what Chinese culture is really about, not only do you see the tradition, but you also see what you usually do not see on film. Now, this is a great movie. I would love for everybody watching this to see it. And I'll only have one thing to say. Pablo out.
谢谢大家今天晚上来看我们的节目，再见。
Hold on.
Okay, just keep rolling. I'll edit this out.
Wong Kar-wai's chunking. Look, which is delivered. Who is longing after his ex-love, but is also searching for romance with a mysterious blonde-haired woman. With a mysterious woman in the blonde wig. Mysterious woman in the blonde wig. The goal that Wong Kar-wai is trying to fulfill.
It was made in a straight linear form. It's a classic straight linear. I don't want to fucking say that.